and welcome everyone. I feel like I should have something on the mat to say hello. I'll bring my little angel because I do love her. Hello. So we're doing another Christmas video. We're going to do a very just small gentle one. Today, I'll be very honest, I am not tracking very well, but not so bad that I can't sit up and do a crafty video with you guys. So hello, hope everyone is doing well. In our part of the world it absolutely is belting down raining, and then you can probably hear all the trucks on the street going through all the wet roads. So if that background noise gets in the way, I apologize, but we do prefer the rain. We don't want flooding, which is apparently predicted to happen, but rain is better than fire, I think. I'm not really sure. Natural disasters are all bad, I guess. But yeah, so it's raining a lot, and I have a big silky dog wrapped around my feet, making my feet wet because it's summer, so it's not actually cold even though it's raining. And I have remembered the Christmas advent calendar. Sorry, I think I knocked the table, which is wobbling the camera. And so we've done 1 and we've done 3. So if you have, I'm sorry, this is going to be confusing for people. Well, I mean, you're all smart, so it won't be, but the timeline is just confusing. I'm not saying you're not smart enough to work it out, because I am sure that you totally are. So what I'm doing, if you haven't seen any of my other Christmas videos, other being 2 Christmas videos, is that I really wanted to accomplish the goal of doing the Craftmas lead up to Christmas Day, and health has been knocking me around, so I'm not getting videos done every day, so everything's kind of out of whack. So I'm backdating some of my videos so I can have a playlist of December Craftmas videos. I think I've settled on calling them Craftmas instead of Vlogmas. I don't know why, I just prefer Craftmas. So yeah, so we're here and we're going to pretend that today is the 2nd of December. It's not, it's the 16th still. I did the 1st at 4 AM. It is now 5:30 in the evening. So just doing another little video, but I thought I would remember to start off with our very exciting dinosaur Christmas advent calendar. Some people might not like it because you know, depending on your beliefs and whatnot, might not have anything to do with Christmas for you, and for me it's just the joy of enjoying something that I love, which is Christmassy dinosaur things, you know. And there's nothing in it. I think some have slipped down, so because I remember feeling some down the bottom here. Let's just see if any fallout is. Oh, there's 2 in this one. We'll just I'll just steal one from this little thing. Okay. So still haven't refound the gold thread to hang it up. That's okay. So here we have another cute little dinosaur. I still haven't pulled my desk tree out from the corner yet to put these on. So that's number 2. So yes, we're pretending it's the 2nd of December and that we have the whole of December to get all of our craft for Christmas done. Wouldn't that be awesome if we could do that? But sorry, no, it is the 16th and Christmas is actually less than 2 weeks away. So on to the craft part of the Craftmas video, and I will endeavour to keep these Christmassy themed. So I bought this beautiful, that's a weird way now, beautiful fabric from our craft store spotlight, and I thought we could make some little hanging decorations. Kind of wanted to do some stitching today. Like I said, I'm feeling a bit low and not really tracking that well, so I thought just some gentle stitching would be the answer. And it's not going to fix everything, but it is certainly going to bring me some modicum of joy, so we will do that. Now what I'm thinking of, I've got I think I waved these around in my very first Christmas video. So I buy the craft felt in bulk, so I have these huge, they're the size of an A4 copy paper sheet, and just generic colors. So I could use white or red. I don't really feel like just being very adventurous today, to be honest. I did have, I did buy a little, what are these squares? Does it say the, here we go, 15 by 15 centimeters or 6 by 6. So again, I'm showing you things upside down because the tripod's over this side of the table. That just works better in terms of being able to get it like looking right down at the craft mat. So what I was thinking of doing is cutting out some of these. Get my scissors. So I might just, because I've used some of this already, and there's just so many beautiful shapes, and I'm going to do this very strange, can you see on my camera, wobbly line going around the shapes, because I don't want to kind of hack all the little printed stars I can't do much about, but we're gonna just do this because we can keep the shapes. Oh, I should have included that little circle. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna just fold that back up. It's not exactly precise, but that's okay. Put that over there. So here we go. What I'm thinking is, excuse the rustling. I am going to open up this packet, so excuse that for a second. Just put that away so it doesn't keep annoying us. Oh, these are really stiff. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, so because what I'm thinking is having a backing and cutting it out and just stitching. I'm not sure. Oh, am I on screen? Sorry. I'm not sure what it's called, but thought I'd just whip stitch the shape to the felt to attach it, and then maybe on the deer I would get some like nice thread, whether it be white or okay, just getting my box of floss. I haven't had a chance to put it all in bobbins and stuff yet. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it? Gosh, just kind of, I don't know, is that, I think my camera might be a bit lower than I normally have it. I'm just gonna move it. Sorry, I feel like there's just, there we go, bit more room to see things. So I want to get, oh, that's a bit too R&D for that one. Here we go. That one looks like it matches up. Oh, close. Oh, I don't know. I like those. And I have a whole passel of Pallet cottons. that I could do the white in. I'm not sure, to be honest. Here's a whitish. I don't think it's a green white. Oh, it might be actually. Alright, I'll just grab those for the moment and put that to the side. Okay, so yeah, so what I was saying is cut the shape out and then just do some whip stitch it to the felt, and then just do some stitching on it. So like this little heart, you could do French knots where all the dots are, and in a little circle you could do lazy daisies. Now these are very small and kind of might get lost, so what I'm thinking is you could do a bunch and then string them vertically, so it's a long dangly one and doesn't get quite so lost being little itty bitty one. And obviously the picture of the where am I? The picture of the bauble here that has a lot of scope for some lovely stitches. The Christmas tree also does too, like French knots, and you could just do satin stitch just to fill that in and give it some texture or, you know, dimension. What's that? Oh, it's a bell. Is it a bell? That's quite pretty. Again, like the bauble, a lot of scope for stitching. I have to pause because there's a delivery at the door. Excuse me. Hello, I'm back. Sorry about that. I mean, it was no time for you at all, but it does kind of stop the momentum. Anyway, I think what I'll do is I'll just do one like really simple one, just so as not to take up so very much time, and just kind of work out what I'm doing here and how I want to approach this. And am I even? Yes, I'm on camera. I keep thinking I'm just way off. So I like having the mat because I figure if the mat is in the shot and I'm on the mat, it's a pretty good chance I haven't gone out of shot. There we go. So little Christmas tree. So these are going to be quite dainty decorations, which, you know, is neither here nor there. It's no good nor bad, just is. But I do like this. You can see it almost feels like light cardstock. You can see the dust. And then this is the craft felt I buy in stock. Absolutely no structure to it whatsoever. It is good for making little poofies and whatnot. And if I need it stiff, I usually just paint it with watered down glue. But yeah, this is really good. This is a Temu buy. I think I've mentioned Temu in every episode. I do buy a lot of craft stuff from Temu. I can guarantee that I have absolutely no issues myself with it. That's not the same for everyone, but for me, it has actually been good. Now I want to do some gluing, but I do not want to get glue on my beautiful craft mat. So this is just, oh look, it's half of Australia. There you go. It's just pulled out a page from a book I was working on. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue just on the tree bit, just so then I can put it as close here as possible. I don't think I'll need any pins to hold it down in. There we go. And then we're going to do I try and cut and leave this I'm not sure about the pot, to be honest, but we'll just start with the easy bit. I'll start with this bit. Oh, and then we've got the star at the top. How do I want to do this? Maybe I should have done the backing as white. Maybe. And maybe I should have left some, what do you call it, allowance around it, so it's got like a white halo-y thing. Oh well, like I said, this is prototype. We are working this out as we all go along the journey together. Yeah, not sure what I'm going to do with that, to be honest. We'll just, my brains are not working quite as quick as it normally does. Oh, I'm not sure about the star. Okay, that's okay. Look, we'll just start a little bit, and we'll do what we can. And I'm just going to get into that little corner and cut out the little bit here. Just need to, and then I'm gonna grab a little pin, because this is moving around a little bit. If anyone watched Catherine's Cloth Tales channel, you would know that Catherine single-handedly made these applique pins popular, I think. People were saying they went to go buy some from Amazon. There's a big wait for them. So I thought that was pretty funny. I had a little box already that I used for my little crafting projects, because I like doing lots of miniature stuff, so I already had a set. And I've totally cut off. I need smaller scissors. I don't know where my snippy ones are. Thought it was really organised. I had everything on the table ready to go, but did not think about contingency plans. That is okay. We're going to just roll with it and do the best we can with what we have. And then I'll snip that off. Okay. I'm going to just curve that corner a little bit, try not to knock out the pin. Can you see that? Sorry, I've just been focusing on cutting and not think. Okay, so there's a little bit of white still on there. Does that matter? Do we try and shave it off? I'm going to come off a bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch from one side of the star to the other, and I could maybe just stitch the star in. Maybe I could just clip it from point to point, like so. And then just get into the tree area. And then, whoops. This is actually a lot fiddlier than I thought it was going to be. But that's alright. I'm just rolling with it. I thought a tree would be the simplest shape. It may well be still the simplest shape. There we go. Look at that. And for some reason I've clipped off that corner. Or maybe it was always, no, it's like that on the thing. I'll just get rid of the white. Okay, a lot of fussing around with that. Apologies. I'm going to go the really deep red. I quite like that. I think it'll add some, well, hopefully it'll add some kind of dimension do the stitching, and we're going to take 2 strands. This is 6 strand floss, and then my needles. I'll do a little show and tell. This is my little made a Biscornu new cushion, which was from Catherine Cloth Tales tutorial, and I made a little clay figure. It's supposed to be a hedgehog. It's my son says it's a munted rat. It was supposed to kind of sort of try and be a hedgehog, but you know, that's all right. It was fun making. I think I made the face too long. That's why it looks more ratty than hedgehoggy. But to be fair, it's Australia. We don't have hedgehogs around, so maybe I just wasn't familiar with the anatomy of a hedgehog as I was a rat. So here we go. We're going to do some whip stitching. I might put another little pin in my, excuse my arms going across the screen, just in here while we're whip stitching. And I'm just, yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to work with the star, but that's okay. For now, we are just going to, where do I want to start? I'm going to start in this corner, just because I really want to. I have no actual good reason for that, other than I just want to, yeah, let me move this stuff so it's not quite as messy. Put that over there. There we go. That's a bit better. Now I should have put that, silly me, like I said, my brain's not quite catching up with me today. Okay, so I'm going to knot again because I actually want to hide the knot in between the fabric and the felt, and I did not do that. So I'm going to put that easy, okay? Sorry about the light. The lights, I do have a light on, but actually I have like 3 lights on in here. It's still the cloudy, and the rain has stopped, but the whole storm approaching thing is going on. I don't know if we'll actually have a storm, but we may well just have some more rain. So I'm just going to do some just simple whip stitching here. Now, before I started going on about the cutting, I was asking how everyone was going with their Christmas season. Hello everyone, welcome back, although you will be no time at all for you, but I was stitching away and chatting away, and when I looked up, the camera had been turned off for quite some time. So I had carried on stitching. When the video stopped, I just started whip stitching around the tree, and I thought, well, I'll finish whip stitching around the tree because you know, that's pretty boring to watch maybe. So I just think, and then I just started doing the embellishment and completely forgot to turn the camera on again. So yeah, I've already done a little bit of the white embellishment. I said before, I don't know if it was before or after the camera turned off. This video is a bit all over the place. You know how I said at the beginning I wasn't tracking that well. My brain was just, you know, not really keeping up. I realized, like, I whip stitched the backing very first. That was the very first step I did, which That's not right. It should have been the last step. So I should have done all the embellishments on here and then backed it with the felt. So, yes, real life, this is, you know, this is not life or death. So I actually really don't care. It still turned out exactly the same. With the stitching I'm making sure I'm not going onto the back. So while I was going to do French knots on these little dots, I'm not doing those the moment, mainly because I just have to keep going sideways so as to not go and have all the stitching on the back, because numpty me put the backing on first before I did anything else. So I've done a chain stitch. So the decorations on the tree, or the printing I should say, was a solid white line and then these little dots. So for the solid white line I have done a chain stitch, and for the dots I have no idea what it is called. I'm really new to embroidery and I'm absolutely loving it. It's kind of, it's like the action of a French knot, but instead of going straight down I've just gone across to the next dot. So it is actually really textural, and I really quite like it. And I'm assuming that is a stitch of some description in embroidery, and if anyone actually knows the name of it, that would be great. It's like not a wrapped back stitch or anything like that, which I could have done that because I love the texture of doing a back stitch and then wrapping it, but I'll show you what I mean. So I put my needle in and I'm just going through the side because I don't want to catch the back felt, and then I am wrapping 1, 2 like a French knot, holding the tension but just pulling it through, and then what I do is going back into the same dot and then going into the next dot. I dropped that a bit, sorry. And then wrap, holding that for the tension, pulling it through. So it's almost like a hybrid of chain stitch and French knot. So I don't know, I'm under no delusions that I have just created this fabulous new stitch, because I'm pretty sure there's been stitches created already, but I have no idea what it is. I have not seen it before, and as you know, necessity is the mother of invention, and so I'm only doing this because I sillily put the backing on first before I embellished my piece. So yeah, I don't know what it's called, but it is pretty because it's got kind of a little bump. And you really see, I don't know if there's any way of really showing you what that looks like. It's because it's so small. And I'm just going over to the next dot, and so then when I get to the dot, and just wrap, holding it, pulling all the thread through. Oops, cut on the corner. All the thread through, and then, oh, I've made a mistake on that one. Hang on. Yeah, ignore that one. That was a complete mistake. Okay, so I go from the previous dot to the next dot, and then I wrap, and then pulling it through like so, and so it like has the little blobbiness of a tiny French knot, but with the thread between each like chain, and there's a dot there. Now what I'm going to do on this dot, instead of doing one of these little blobby things, I am going to do a bit of a back stitch on the dot, so kind of just the tiniest one, so it sort of looks like that. And see, still haven't managed to pull it through the back, which is good. So then I'm just pushing my needle between the material and the felt and going up to the next thing, and chain stitch. So putting my needle through, putting it around like that, and then pulling it through, and then coming back. Oh, I need to find my glasses so badly. I've put them somewhere safe, and I really need new glasses because I was struggling to see with the glasses. So you can imagine how it is right now. I'm mainly doing this by feel, if I'm really honest. I'm just measuring it all by where my fingernail goes. So yeah, and then wrap that around, and because the tree's getting smaller and smaller at the top, there's less and less to do. And so I'm also going to do a bit of a back stitch just on the end here, just to anchor it all in, you know, and just to make the ends look nice and neat as well, if you can see that. And then we've got one more line of our little dots, so I'm going to pull it up, and that's right near the edge, so it is fraying quite badly, but that's okay. Have I pulled that through properly? I can't see. I have now. Okay, so what I need to do, I said so and I'm sewing. Sorry, random. Okay, so what we need to do, oh, it's fraying quite badly, is go to the next dot and then wrap, holding it, and then, oh, don't tangle on me, please, please, please don't tangle. There we go. It's getting a bit more fiddly because it's so small. There's like 3 dots on here to try and do 1, 2 wraps. Okay, well, that worked. Good. And last one here. I'm really struggling to get this. You know what? I'm not going to do the third one because it is at the very edge and it is just fraying. I'm not catching the material at all. So I am just going to put some little back stitches right. Oops, am I even on camera? Put some back stitches just right next to the last stitch. And now I'm going to, because I've done back stitches, I'm going to put my needle through, try not get the back. I didn't get the back. What I'm doing is hiding my end. There we go, and I can clip that off, and that'll be good. And that's this cute little ornament with some embellishment on the tree. I haven't done the little box at the bottom. I can go and do that now, but what I want to address is this top star. Remember when I was cutting it out and I was just like, oh, the star, how am I going to do that? It's with stitching, the whip stitching, and when I got to the star, I came up through the middle and then just went to each point and just did tiny little stitches to each point, and then whip stitch back down. But it's doing this thing where it's twisted. I don't know if you can see, it's not sitting flush, it's just twisting. So I figure, as you know, like, trees don't necessarily need to have a star. So I thought what I might do is actually, I can't really, oh, I can twist it. Oh, that works, because I didn't want the white showing on the back. After all my work of trying not to get white on the back. What I am going to do is twist this and lay it down, and then I'm going to sew the edge down to here in red, and that's going to be the little holder for the hangy bit that I'm going to do, because it's completely munted, and you know, there's no, I don't know, it's ridiculous looking, and it just kind of wrecks the rest of the tree, which is really actually quite nice and mostly neat, but it just looks terrible. Yeah, so we're getting rid of that. So that's my plan, is to twist it around on itself so the white doesn't show on the back, and then I can put a little hanging thing through that, so that essentially be like a little hang on, sorry, I think I'm gonna excuse me, sorry for sneezing. So yes, just a little thing to put a hangy through, and then we can hang it up. So yeah, that'll be a little stitch decoration, which is I actually like it. I think it's quite sweet. It's simple. It's I think the word I use, and I have no idea if this bit was cut out, because I did watch where it stopped recording, but I can't remember what I said when it wasn't recording. So the word I used for it was dainty. It's a dainty little decoration, and I quite like that. So what I'm going to do for the box, because the box is quite small, well, or this, I guess it's like a little star snowflakey thing. I'm just going to go from the corner, no, not the corner, the middle, and there's a point, and so I'm just going to go to each of those just to embellish. Oh, you know what I've done? I've completely forgot about hiding the white. And remember how I said, oh my gosh, it's just, you know, sometimes when you're just so tired and you think, I really shouldn't have started this, but I have stubbornness issues, so I am persevering through this. So yeah, that's all right. It's an easy fix. So what I'm going to do is actually go through here, bit further up, just catching just the through the material. Yep, haven't come through. And then what we can do is we leave a bit there, and so then we do a stitching here, and we can cut that off because it'll be all secured, because it'll be stitched. So same premise, is going from each point out into the center, and because it's so small, and we've got quite a few points, it's going to give it some actually lovely texture looking stitches. Hopefully it'll look lovely. Hopefully I'm doing it okay and I'm not completely missing the white. I think that it was good to pick something that was so stark for my eyes. I'm just trying to get them to focus. If you see me just stop and be quiet, it's because I'm trying to get my eyes to focus. Yes, I do very much need to go to an optometrist and get new glasses, because my eyesight is deteriorating quite badly at the moment, which is very sad, because I literally have never had eyesight problems at all, and then I turned 40 and I needed glasses, and I'm just like really salty about that. But anyway, it's not really an issue. I'm very lucky to be able to go to an optometrist. There's one literally 5 minutes down the road. I'm just going to do a tiny little back stitch on one of these stitches, and then I'm going to do the same thing I did at the beginning, is wiggle it through between the 2 layers and then come out somewhere else, and that dun 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 will be the stitches, and I can hide the ends, and there's no ugly knots anywhere. And I can cut those out, and I'll just wiggle that around so that ends go in. And one end hasn't gone in completely, but that's alright. It'll actually, if I pull the material up at the needle, it might go in. Oh no, I've just made it come out even more. You love that? You're like, I can fix this, and then you just make it more exacerbated. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. There's a little white dot there. No, it is really bugging me. Okay, I've pulled it out a bit, and I'm going to see if I can really shear that off. Hang on. Sorry. Off camera again. Okay, let's clip this little sod off. I'm going to wrap it around my finger, give it some curvature, and we're going to shear this off and try not to clip my corner. Okay, and would you believe there's still a white dot there after all that? Or is it just me? Can you see the white dot? You know what? I'm not going to fiddle with that anymore. Until I have glasses on, at least. Okay, so I don't know if you can see the stitches on the little box here. So yes, so now I have a little bit of thread left from before when I was doing the red. So I'm just going to quickly swap that out, and we are going to, oh, I need to work out what I want to do for the hangy thing. What do I want to do? I could just use some floss. I wonder if I could, what about twisting it? Sorry if that motion is a bit icky. Okay, I didn't put enough twist in that. I do spin my own yarn, so some of my craft videos that I want to do next year, there's going to be a lot of spinning. I'm just warning you right now, because I have these lovely people I'm friends with that own alpacas, and they have given me at least 15 bags of pure alpaca fleece that I am well, I had started watching it and processing it, but then my back, my spine decided to stop being a spine, and yes, so production has halted on that, which is a bit of a shame, because it would have been nice to do some spinning over the Christmas break, but that's all right. Because spinning, especially prepping fiber for spinning, if there's any spinners watching, you know, prepping is really labor intense, and especially when I have to like wash it from scratch and all that kind of stuff. So absolutely so grateful to have it all, but very labor intensive, and my spine just would not cope with doing that kind of work at the moment. So, but I mean, I could do some spinning, because like any good crafter, I have a stash of fibre that I can spin, all different types of fibre. So yeah, we could do some spinning things. I haven't done any spinning for a while. I'm just going to stick to the side for this bit. Oh, I'm not quite in the middle, sorry about that. Here we go, and we're going to just whip stitch this poor munted little star. We did try to include the star. It didn't work. Now the star is serving a different purpose, and that is totally fine. Put that there. I hope I'm catching the edge. And there's, I want to come over here to this edge. I'm fully aware of all that tassely stuff poking out. I will trim that. Just give that another stitch, and I just little locking knot stitch thing. Give it a bit of a tug, but not a crazy tug, so I don't want to make it even more munted than what it is. And then I'm going to, without hopefully cutting any more stitching, trim that. Oh, I really hope I didn't cut my stitching with that. Oh, that's just from my knot, so I cut that off as well. Phew. So I was gonna cut it. Okay, and it's got a nice little matching hangy, and yeah, so that's you know, just making a nice little decoration from a pattern in some material. This is the material, so we just cut the Christmas out. Because I'm just not functioning on all cylinders at the moment, I am not going to attempt any more of this right now. I think we'll just call that a day with this stitching. But I do like it. I do think I don't know why I gave it gender. I do think the tree actually turned out quite nice. So, and despite my complete gaffe of putting the backing on first, I managed to not get any white stitching on the back or any red stitching. There's no set apart from the whip stitching, and the back's completely free. So yay. So yeah, some nice chain stitching and whatever this weird little hybrid thingy is, and a little twisted hanger. Nice, easy, gentle decoration. Especially if you're a bit tired. Nice, easy thing to do. I love working with felt, so I'm going to finish up there, and probably will look for another craft to make so I can do more catch-up videos for my Craftmas playlist. But I hope everyone is doing well, and everyone's coping with the season of December, which can be very busy and exhausting. So take care, but I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye bye.